I ain't trying to be dependent. I need money never ending. I'm talking 100%. I need the only you rent it. Word.
All right, there we go. We good?
Let's get it. We are
Cool.
live.
Perfect. What's up, my man?
Well, how you doing today, bro?
Man, I can't complain. Long time no see, man.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. We have been busy, dude.
Yeah, for real.
We've been
My man
busy.
on stages.
Yeah, it felt good up there too. I felt like I was like I was a king or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, hey, I'm the captain now. Y'all gotta watch and pay attention to me. But so every so often I'll have like a meetup or I'll have to go speak on stage. I'm just following the leaders, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So trying to brand and get us out there, get people to subscribe to our channel and all of that stuff. So we have
man.
We went to California, me and Ben, we went out there, had a really good time. We spoke at Dante Pena's event. And then from there, I had an event with Ryan Jackson. He let me speak on stage. I had fun. Like I had fun, bro.
Yeah, no, he's a character, man. And I know his audience is like the same as his vibe.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what's up, man. No, that's awesome, man. I was gonna say I would have went to one in Fort Worth.
Yeah, it was the
I
one.
would have went to that one. I didn't even know about it, until then.
Yeah.
But no, that was dope, man. I like to see all that. Get on stages, man. I love the presence.
It was fun.
Try to take over.
It was fun.
That's what's up. What else was I about to ask you? Oh yeah, you already said it was like you feel like a king, but I was gonna say, how was the experience? Like, was it like that's not your first time doing it though? That's like the fourth or fifth?
Yeah, I think this is like my probably fourth time speaking on stage.
Yeah.
But my first time like actually having like a stage like that. That one was definitely different. I'm gonna have to send you the link so that you could see the whole video. But yeah, bro, it was pretty nice. I had a mic on me. You know what I'm saying? Like I had like a real crowd. Like everybody was into it. I'm throwing out jokes. People wasn't laughing because they were so into what I was saying.
No, that's the thing. It's so hard being a comic on like a such serious basis because you got the older people in there. It's like tell me something I don't know type of thing. And it's like I'm trying to relax, bro. Just let me live.
Exactly.
That's what's up, man. No, I love that. Only time I've been on stage was you were actually there. That one time I was at the Brad Sumrock event.
Oh yeah.
I had the model for the shirts. I had no mic and then I was just up there acting a fool, dancing or whatever they asked me to do. But that's as close I got on stage presence. So I'm glad we're getting there.
Yeah, man.
Cool. It was nice. So Jazz, what's the topic we want to go over today, man? I feel like we're both kind of passionate about this one because we're both no nonsense type of persons, and we honestly just like to get to business. So go ahead.
So I really want to go over, and I know this is like very, very like tedious, but I think people should know how to approach investors, and I really want to kind of do a deep dive into like how to approach investors or how to approach seasoned investors or newer investors. Like people should know exactly how they should approach someone, whether that's through Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, face to face, like in person, like in general. Like you should know how to approach an investor whenever you're talking to people, whenever you're different prospects. I feel like we should have some type of conversation so that we can kind of set the tone with everybody. That way, when they see our videos, they know exactly how to approach either me or you or even other investors. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have time to. Well, let's get into that. Let's get into that.
Well, I'm glad you kind of brought up like the two different kind of perspective of it because there is two different ways you want to handle it, especially like one going in person and one going through online. In person, you just want to be personable. Like you just want to like talk. Like I don't want to like I mean, me personally, and this is not every investor, but I feel like it's a good majority. You have to understand, like, we're running businesses, and like the thing that's on our mind at that time is like, what's our business doing? What we need in our business? What, like, we're trying to figure out what things can you provide to fill in the blanks for what we're trying to do. So the how you doing? I mean, that's cool. It's like I get that, but like I'm trying to get to nitty gritty. Like I'm trying to see like what can you do for me? What can I do for you? How can we work together? That's the only reason I'm at the event. Like that's really the only time I go to wholesaling events. That's the only reason I'm there. Like I like connections, but like how can we get to business?
Exactly.
That's in person. But now on the other side, on online, like obviously you can't have that, that tonality like you want to have that you can have in person. So you gotta have like you gotta come correct. You gotta say hi, how you doing, I guess. But like make sure that you're having some kind of value that you can apply to their business. Like always
Yep.
start with leading with value. How do you feel about that when people kind of come to you?
I agree with you 100%, man. When you
Yeah,
say lead with value, don't just come with your hand out asking for something and not looking to give something nothing in return, because that's the quickest way that anybody would just leave you on red.
yeah,
I in specific, I don't want to sound like I'm being an A word or anything, but I tend to not reply back when people ask me, "Hi, how are you doing?" It's something about that that just not it doesn't get my attention. Like, I need to know, why are you inboxing me? I have thousands of messages and thousands of friend requests. People are trying to get access to me. Now, the only way that you can get access to me is if you send me request and message me. You can't just send a friend request and not message me, because what are you why are you sending me a friend request?
yep,
We need, like, are we going to do business, or are you here to just look at my page and see me and my family and look at me talk about real estate? Like, I need to know, like, what are your intentions first and foremost? Are we going to do business? Obviously, we're all here to do business. We're here to close deals, but what are your intentions with this friend request? I need to know who you are. I could be missing $1 million deal, and that's not a problem. But I need to know, like, who are you and why are you sending me this request without a message? You want to at least introduce yourself. Hey, my name is Jabs. Nice to meet you, Damien. Here's what I do. I'm really, really good at locking up sellers. I'm really good at running comps. I'm good at door knocking, but here's my weakness, and I need help in this area. I wanted to see if I can bring value to you, to your business, and you help me out and see how we can make a deal happen. I would
absolutely.
I would always lead with value. Always, always. Here, this is what I bring to the table. The reason why I bring that up is because I was that guy. I was that person that people needed in their business. They needed a door knocker. I was the best door knocker back in 2019 and 2020. Nobody could out door knock. So what I'm saying is when you're approaching someone like an investor like Damien, if anybody knows Damien, you know that he's cold. Like, he's very, very cold at agent outreach. He if we had a competition of who can lock up the most agents between me and him, he's gonna win 100%. So if I know that Damien is known for agent outreach and he's known for locking up like creative deals, I'm going to bring value first. If I need help in that area, hey, Damien, hey, man, nice to meet you. My name is Jabs. Look, man, I'm really good at calls. I'm good at cold calling. I'm good at, SMS blasting. I'm good at setting up systems. There's a lot of things I'm good at, but I'm weak in creating offers with agents. Is there any way that we can add value to each other? Boom. Damien made, like, he probably like, man, you know what? I'm sorry. I don't want to reach out to any more agents. I think I'm at a new level now. So I need to start leveraging, different people. I need to start
Yep.
delegating these tasks to other people, creating opportunities. And you may be that person, but he's not going to know if you just inbox him or send him friend requests and say, "Hi, how are you, Damien?"
I need help. Like, I need help. Okay, I need help too, bro.
I'm looking to connect.
Yeah,
Okay. What are we looking to connect about? Like, let me know. I need to know. Like, okay, we can connect on so many different levels.
yeah.
Like,
Bring me a lead. Bring me a situation. Like, bring me a problem, and then like let's see how we can fix it together. Like that we can both make money.
bro, I absolutely love it, dude. How do you feel when people, like, and I don't want to sound like I said, an A
Man,
word.
it is what it is though, because we promise we're gonna be genuine. We're gonna be
Yeah.
authentic. So yeah, it is what it is.
Okay. I'm new. I'm new to real estate. I don't know anything,
Yeah.
and I want to connect with you, Damien. Hi, my name is Jabs. I'm looking to connect.
Yeah. Hey, Jazz. I mean, how can we work together, man? Like, what are you into? Like, what point are you at right now?
I'm very, very new, and I'm looking to get my first deal.
Okay, look at the first deal. What? How are you getting your leads right now? How are you
Man,
looking for your first deal?
I don't know. That's why I'm
Yeah.
unboxing you.
Like I don't know how to help you at that point. So I don't know what the skills are. So I'm like, hey, like, do you like door knock? You like talking on the phone? You like texting? What? Like, you got more time? You got money? Like, what
Exactly.
you got? And so those are kind of that's a perfect analogy. Like, and that happens a lot. Like I'm brand new, I don't know where to start. The first thing I always ask, like, how are you trying to find your first deal? Like, what's your lead generation? And I kind of work backwards from there. Like, okay, cool, I can work with that. Like, let me see how I can use that to kind of fill in the blank what I need,
Yep.
and just kind of work that backwards. But yeah, hundred
Love it.
percent. I mean, I want to pronounce his name right. Is
It's like Sean.
Sam.
Is it Sean?
No, yeah, it's like Sean. Sean. I think it's I think it's pronounced Sean, but just spelled that way. But
Okay.
we just met today. Told him to hop on. Brought me an agent lead it
Oh,
with value. We're gonna lock up that deal, 100%. We're
I
gonna
love
definitely lock up that deal. The agent's really cool. He's open. We're gonna go over some. I told him Sean, we'll underwrite that sometime tonight. Um, I'll give you a call and we'll break that down on Zoom and stuff like that. But yeah, he called me up, or he found somebody that called me up, level value, say, hey, I got a problem. How can we fix out the situation? And now he's learning
it.
from the process while getting paid at the same time.
I love it. Sean, I love it. Nicole, what's up? I love it. How do I highlight some of these comments? That way if you're talking, I can spot you.
Sean, like, okay, so it's Sean.
Yep.
Okay,
John,
cool.
but with
Sean.
the nest.
Okay, cool. Sean. Okay, cool. Bet. Um, but yeah, that's up, Nicole. Nice to see you. But yeah, okay. So vice versa. Well, how somebody? So I'm brand new, but I know what I want to do. I'm like, I'm good with. I don't mind getting on the calls. Like I don't mind making 200 calls a day. I don't mind doing that and getting those. So how can you use me? Like how when you go to meetups? Let me ask you this better yet. When you go to meetups, did you host meetups, right?
Right.
So
Right.
when you're at meetups, how would you want somebody to approach you a new deal? They got a lead.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let's say it's a creative lead. So what's the first things you want to know?
Oh, that is a great question. It's hard to get like that person right there, like somebody that's actually bringing a creative lead. But here's how I would want them to approach me. Hey Jabs, my name is Rick Ramirez. I'm just using you because you're the last one that made a comment. Rick, you mind highlighting that real quick?
Yeah.
Uh, just showing everybody so we can show some love. Um, but
So
hey Jabs, my name is Rick. I see you doing a lot of the creative stuff, and I kind of want to learn. I want to make sure that I'm underwriting these deals correctly, but I also want to bring value to you. So here's what I want to bring. I have a lead. The lead says that she's selling because of XYZ, and she wants $100,000. And this is a true story. Like this is like what people do all the time. And she wants $100,000, and she told me that she's open to creative financing, like she's open to terms, and she said, "Just make me an offer." I get that almost every single
all,
day,
all this all.
every single day, and that's okay. The reason why I'm okay with that because they got that far first and
Yeah, they got the
foremost,
conversation open. So like I'm cool with that.
and secondly, they're actually bringing me this lead. Like, hey, I want you to help me with this lead.
Hmm.
I can help you close it. So the value that I see is, hey, that could be a potential deal for me to buy, and then this could be your first assignment fee. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, Jabs, I wanted to see how can I structure this deal? Like, how can we structure this deal? Instead of saying I would say we, because if you say I, well, look, it sounds like you're only in this for you, and I don't think I can be able to help you because I can't feed my family just by loving on you. You know what
That's
I'm
fact.
saying? It has to be beneficial for both parties. So anytime I'm bringing the deal or presenting something, like for example, I need help in multifamily. I'm very very new to multifamily, but I'm taking action. So what I do is I go to these meetups. I'll go inside of these multifamily groups, and I'll let everybody know who the hell I am. First and foremost, I'm letting you know, hey, my name is Jabs. I have 30 properties under my portfolio, single family side. I'm very very new to the multifamily space. I'm looking to connect with each and every one of you guys that are actively buying multifamily deals so that we can pursue multifamily deals together. If you guys are looking to actually purchase some deals with me, I can be boots on the ground. I can be making the calls to agents or to brokers. I can underwrite the deals. There's a lot of things that I can bring to the table so that we all can do deals together. Like I'm letting it be known exactly what I'm doing. Like I want people to know what I do, and I want them to know what I bring to the table. I'm not just coming empty-handed. If I were coming empty-handed, I'm going to ask them, hey, where do you need help in your business the most? Where can you plug me in so that I can help you out? You may need someone that's going to call agents or brokers. I can do that. I love being on the phones. You may not be doing that anymore. You might just be raising capital. That's probably like the most that you're doing throughout your day, raising capital, calling different investors. So you're not talking to brokers. This is on some multifamily stuff. I can be the one calling brokers for you. Let me do that.
And that's the best thing about multifamily. Like everybody has a position, and like all you have to do is worry about your position and filling in the spot, and then like the outcome of multifamily is really crazy. When everybody's like working together and as a team and stuff like that. So that's really dope. I'm still looking at multifamily. I'm open to it. Oh, I need to bring that deal to you. I need to just text you information. Because I don't even got all of it myself. So
Gotcha.
I'll make sure I get that, and then I'll send it to you so you can help me underwrite it. I'll bring the lead to you and help me underwrite it. There you
Let's
go.
get it.
But no, 100%. So anybody that's just like that you touched on, like having that mindset of like how can I do this or how can I do this, and then they're just gonna take that information, man. Like, yeah, how many times have people just took information from you, took knowledge from you, took deals from you, that like you worked all the way with somebody and then they ghosted you?
Yeah,
Bro, that's just part of the game. Like I can't. It just happens. Like I had that happen a lot, a lot. People just come to me, ask me for advice. I would break down deals all the way down for them to the point where like, okay, yeah, I get this. All right, cool. Don't hear from them back like
And
forever.
they out.
And I'm like, it just charges to the game. Like, it helped me retain more information because I had to teach them that. So it helped me like retain it, and that's why I got to take. So yeah, that happens all the time, and so I had to start charging for consultations, a quick like little $50, some $100, something like that. And I started doing that for a while. I actually thought about making that like a thing, but then I got tired of people actually took me up on it, so I was like, I ain't gonna do that too much.
Yeah.
But no, you gotta realize time is money, man. Time is money for a lot of these investors, especially for investors. They understand the concept of time is money.
I love it, bro.
But no, so somebody bring you a creative deal. What do you want to know?
So if they bring a creative deal, the first thing I want to know is what's the purchase price? Second thing is I want to know, and some people they don't get this information because they don't know what they need to get, but purchase price, loan balance, the PITI, and the cash to seller. Last thing is the length of the term. Like if they have the terms, like that would be very, very helpful. But most of the times, whenever they're bringing the creative deals, they don't have it because they're like, hey, I need help structuring this deal. And usually when people need help structuring a deal, that means them and the seller did not discuss the actual terms. So they're trying to actually come up with an offer to make to the seller. And my response to that is I never make offers. Never. I don't care if they man, I'll beat you up if you don't make me an offer on my property. Dude, listen, there's a million different ways that we can structure this deal, but it wouldn't make sense for me to spend a whole hour trying to find out what would work and what wouldn't work. What's the worst case scenario? What's the best case scenario? No, I'd rather start with your numbers. So I always let them know, hey, I understand that the seller does not want to give you any numbers, or they just want you to, come to them with your terms. Let them know that doesn't work for you. You don't work that way. You can't structure a deal with blank numbers. It just doesn't work that way because there's too many. I can tell a seller, I'll give you $1 down for 50 years at 0.09% interest. Like the deal, you cannot. The thing about creative is it works for certain sellers, for certain situations.
Yeah.
everybody's not fit for creative, right? So when you're talking about gathering info, we're talking about purchase price. I want y'all to write it down if y'all can. But purchase price,
Here, let me see if I
loan
can help out.
balance. The reason why the loan balance is important in the purchase price and the loan balance, because it tells me exactly how much cash the seller actually wants. So I'll give you a quick example. If you're, let's just say our sales price is $300,000, and I use this at the event, and the seller loan balance is 280,000. So they're selling it for 300. Their loan balance is 280. How much cash do they want in their pocket? That's 20 grand right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's $20,000. So okay. So Mr. Damien, it sounds like okay. So you're asking 300. You owe 280. So correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like you're wanting 20 grand to walk away from this property. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I want $20,000, after everything is settled and done, after closing and commissions. Got it. The thing is that if you were to sell this house from the market now, I'm sure you will get $300,000. But after taking out closing costs and commissions, after taking out that 30 or that 10%, I'm not sure that you will be walking away with 20 grand. I'm just being 100% honest. Now there is a way that I can get the $20,000 in your pocket, but we have to do it this way. You have to finance that $20,000. And so some people, they'll go for it. Some people won't. Some people will say, well, I want the $20,000 up front. You can negotiate it any kind of way you want to, but you do want to get the purchase price, the loan balance. I just told you guys the reason that you need the loan balance, because it tells you how much cash that seller actually wants to net.
Never go off what they say. Never go off what they say.
Exactly. You got to see that.
Was it
You
buyers
gotta-
are liars, sellers are worse?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%. So you have to know the loan balance. You can get the loan balance from their mortgage statement. I know a lot of people that will go to PropStream and Privy and all these other platforms, but most of the time they're not accurate when it comes to like the mortgage balances. So you want to know exactly what they're paying, and you want to know exactly what their loan balance is. I used to do the PropStream thing. Let me go to PropStream and just check out and see how much they owe.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not right.
It gives you an
So,
estimate,
and
maybe.
I say that again.
No, I said it gives you an estimate, maybe.
Yeah, it gives you an estimate. So, and I confirmed it whenever I closed on one of the properties a few months ago. I went back and I checked PropStream. I said, let me see what did they say my private money lender payment is and what the interest rate is. PropStream was like way off. So I said, okay, yeah, this is inaccurate. Like, yeah, this is. So when people tell me, PropStream says that the balance is, I stop them right there. Stop. PropStream is inaccurate when it comes to mortgage balances and PITI and all of that stuff. And I can prove it to you. So, but you want to get their mortgage statement. That'll show you their mortgage balance, and it'll give you their PITI, which is a principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. Mm-hmm. We need that. Next thing you want to know is how much cash does the seller want? So what's the cash to seller? You need to know that. Like, I need to know that so that I know exactly what we're coming out of pocket, or whenever I'm raising money, how much more money do I have to raise? Another thing is knowing the assignment fee. So let's just say you lock that deal up after I've helped you structure it. I need to know what your assignment fee is. That's a really, 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 really important number, because I'm not only am I bringing the down payment to the seller, but I'm also paying you. I'm also covering closing costs. I'm also covering holding costs. There's just a lot of variables. So I need to know what is your assignment fee as well whenever you bring these leads. Some other numbers we need to know.
And what we're going over, guys, it's called the entry fee. It's what you want to do, and you can apply it to creative deals. You can actually apply it to traditional deals as well. This is basically all the information you need to know that you're going to put into a deal. Whether it's going to be a fix and flip, whether it's going to be a buy and hold, whether it be a creative deal, whether it be a traditional deal. Like, it works for everything. So make sure you're writing down all these. I wish I had like a Zoom thing where you could put like half and like write it down so you can see it. I don't know how to do that. I've been playing with the things, but keep going.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, I wish I had that. But if anything, I'll put a link to it or something like that. But you said so far. You said cash to seller. You said assignment fee. We need to make sure we have what you were on number three.
Yep. Uh,
Okay.
okay, so the oh, we're talking about the entry fee now. Oh, perfect. So we got
No,
cash to
yeah,
seller, the assignment fee or commissions. We call it cost of acquisition.
yeah.
Then we also have arrears. I do want to write this stuff down. Damn.
I do. I really do want to write it down. That way we can give you guys a
Um,
visual representation. Um, let
maybe
me
you can share your screen and then like go to like a whiteboard or something.
Oh, man, you smart, bro. That's why I keep you around. I don't
Can
know
you?
what I just did. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of this. All right. Yeah. Let me go ahead and go to a white screen.
Okay.
But keep going while I find that.
While we wait on that, I'll just kind of run through it real quick. But basically, the entry fee. There are seven components to the entry fee, which like they're very very strong numbers. So the first thing is we need to know the cash to seller. Second thing is the cost of acquisition or assignment fee, agent commission or referral fee or anything like that. The third thing is the arrears. So how much the seller is behind, how much you have to reinstate, how much money you have to catch up. If there's any liens or anything like that, you want to add the arrears in there. Then you have closing costs, which is number four. You got the closing costs. Obviously, that's the amount of cash that you have to pay whenever you go close the deal. Sometimes you'll be paying between $3,500, maybe $5,000, somewhere around there for closing costs on a creative deal. Then you got number five. You have the holding cost. Holding cost. What I usually do is I'll take between 3 to 6 months of my mortgage and 3 to 6 months of utilities or expenses. So let's just pretend like the mortgage is $1,000. I would take if it's in a great neighborhood, if it's in a really good neighborhood, I would consider this property being vacant for like 3 months. So I would put aside 3 months worth of reserves for my mortgage and my expenses or utilities. So I'm putting $3,000 back for my mortgage and then another maybe 3,600 for utilities and expenses, which is lights, water, um, gas, and lawn care. Usually, when I people ask, well, how do you come up with the utilities or expenses per month? I usually just multiply everything by $100. So if it's vacant, it shouldn't cost no more than $100 for these utilities. Don't ask me why. Like each time I got a bill, I received a bill, and my property was vacant. It's no more than like $75. So I just rounded it up to $100. Um, but I put back 3 months of mortgage and 3 months of utilities or expenses if it's in a great neighborhood. If it's in a terrible neighborhood, if it's in the hood, C minus area, D class, something like that. All right, cool. I'll go ahead and put back 6 months, 6 months of reserves just in case my property is vacant during that time. So number six, we have, oh, you got it right here.
Yeah, I got pulled it up for you, man. I was letting you go do your
Nice.
thing. Can you
Okay.
guys see that? Well, I hope you guys can. I don't know.
You might have to, are you able to zoom in just a tad bit?
Let me double check. Let me double check. Let me see. Nah, let me see.
You got a Mac.
Nah, I got a HP.
Oh, so I usually you actually can. If you go to the side down at the right, it should be like a I usually just have my two fingers on the little cursor and then like just kind of squeeze it together and it'll zoom in. Like it's real cool. I didn't even know you could do that.
Is it over here?
You know where
Are you,
you're like,
are you
hold
just
on.
talking about like my dial pad?
Yeah, your dial pad.
Yeah, that's what I was just trying to do right now. That's what I usually do to like make it stretch out, but it's not stretching out.
Oh, that's strange.
Yeah, I was just
Well, I can see because I have it full screen now.
Okay. I'm a hope everybody does. Or let us know in the comments if y'all can see it all right. Who's a
Yeah, that'll
McKinley?
work.
I don't know who's McKinley. That was just a property we were looking at like a long time ago. This is an old project that we were working on. That's like outside of Jacksonville, Florida. But hopefully
Who's
you
in?
guys can see that. Well, I'm
Nice.
gonna get us out of the way so y'all can just see the screen only.
Perfect. So we covered cash to seller or the down payment. Number two was arrears. Number three, assignment fees or cost of acquisition.
It's the
Number
agents,
four,
the wholesalers,
yep,
the paying yourself, any of that kind of stuff.
yep. Number four, we got closing cost. Again, it's about maybe $3,500 to $5,000, just kind of depending on where you at, and then it also depends on what size of the purchase price. Basically, what if you're buying like $1 million property, don't expect $3,500 to $5,000 for closing costs. It'll be a lot higher than that.
Yeah.
Um, then you have number five, renovation or furnish. Um, I know I know Damien has been doing a lot of midterm stuff and short term rentals,
Yeah.
so he has to cover. We call it renovation, but it's technically it's furnishing. So if you're doing a midterm rental or short term rental, just make sure that you add the furnish or you add that expense in there so that you know exactly how much money you have to raise or exactly how much money you're going to have to come out of pocket.
Yeah.
Uh, Number six, okay, you got yours differently. You got the holding cost, obviously, and then number seven, marketing costs. So marketing, that could be bandit signs. Let's just say you pay for some bandit signs, or you hire somebody to go put out bandit signs. You have to pay for that. If you want to hire an agent to look for maybe a tenant for you, or you have to hire an agent to find you a wrap buyer, or if you want to like do a hotel where you'll take it over at a wholesale price and then put it right back on the market, then you're going to have to pay an agent to cover their commission for actually selling your home. So that's marketing costs. Marketing costs is just how much is it going to cost me to actually dispo this home or sell it or find a tenant or something like that. So that's the seven parts of the entry fee whenever you're underwriting a creative deal or if you're presenting a creative deal. Most people, whenever they're dispoing their creative deals, they usually just mention cash to seller, the arrears, the assignment fee, and that's it. Nothing
Yeah.
else.
Say, oh, it's a perfect home. It don't need no renos. Like, I don't care if it's like if it was just okay. Only objection to that if it was like built like this year,
Mm-hmm.
maybe last year. But at some point, you're gonna have to like sweep the floors, do maybe some painting. Like you don't have to do something. Like maybe a thousand. Don't put zero there for renovation. Like put
Mm-hmm.
something there. Just change the light bulb. I don't know. Like you don't have to do something, but yeah, put something there for renovation, regardless.
I love it.
Cool. But
So
no, so that's basically what you want to see as like if somebody brings you a credit deal, like that's ideally if you have all that, then we can get cooking like quick. Like we can like see what we need to do. I can start finding money to like go fund this. I can do all of that. But like
yeah,
I need to know the entry fee. Like and this would help out a lot.
because this is the market that we're in right now. I mean, I know there are some cash buyers still buying cash, but imagine if you bring them or present them a creative deal. Imagine how many buyers are just going to come out of the woodworks. Wait, what? I don't have to qualify for this loan. I don't have
Yeah.
to assume this loan. I don't have to show my credentials. I don't have to show my credit. I don't have to. Wait, what? Like
Mm-hmm.
some of these cash buyers are not used to creative deals. So whenever you're presenting this, you want to break this down to them, and you could actually be helping a cash buyer because
Yeah.
most of these cash buyers they don't know nothing about creative. They just know okay, I'm gonna buy it cash, I'm gonna renovate it, and then I'll refinance the property out, and I'll take this high 7%, 8% interest rate, maybe 6.5 if they get lucky.
Yeah.
So instead of us as creative investors, instead of us presenting them cash deals, why don't we bring them a creative deal and make sure that we have the full entry fee included whenever I'm looking at these numbers? So when Damien asked me earlier, hey, what numbers do you need whenever someone is, uh, showing you or presenting you a creative deal? Well, here's the answer. Here's the entry fee right here: cash to seller, arrears, assignment fees, closing costs, renovation, holding costs, and marketing costs. So, and with that, guys, we also need to know the PITI, the loan balance, the length of the term. Like, we need to know all of that stuff so that we know, okay, cool. Well, I can rent it out for this much. I'm going to cash flow this much. My entry fee is this. I need to raise this. I want to make a 20% cash on cash return. So, yeah, I think this deal works. Or, hey, Damien, I don't think this deal works. Is there a way that we can negotiate the cash to seller or the assignment fee?
Yep.
That way, you got a solid buyer. Your buyer, he trusts you with this deal. So, hey, if you're going to present this to me, hey, listen, Damien, I don't think 6 grand. I don't think I can pay $6,000 for this deal. Are you okay with maybe taking 3,000?
And then
Sure.
that shows, and that's actually a great thing too, because the thing is, it helps you out too. Because the thing is, if you're able to structure it like this, you can actually get paid more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you actually learn how to actually find out what all the entry fee is, you can actually put yourself in the assignment fee. Say, I want to get paid this much. That way, I know how much. So, say that all that money, the whole entry fee is 45K, and you got that buyer, you know that they're gonna cash flow about $450. That's 12% return on their money. So you know they're gonna get 12% return on their money if they add in the entry fee. So you can start playing with the numbers at that point. Like, if I negotiate the seller at a lower cost to them, maybe I can raise up my assignment fee a little bit so I can get myself still at that 12%. Like, you can really play with the numbers at that point. Like, once you understand how to do the entry fee.
One
Because
hundred
I'm gonna
percent.
tell you that creative buyers, they don't care about how much you get paid. At least me personally, and a lot of other buyers I know that do creatively, they don't care how much you make as an assignment fee. As long as the numbers make sense and I'm making the return I want to, I don't care how much you make. You can make $50,000 on the assignment fee. If the
Yep.
numbers make sense and I'm borrowing from somebody and I'm still getting like a 30% return, man, more power to you. Bring me more deals. Like, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
keep doing that for you. So yeah,
I love it, bro. I love it. Do we have any questions so far in the side chat?
yeah, I know I got some questions.
None.
No, yeah, I got some questions. I be feeling like
What?
it'd be take some time to register. I don't know. Good seeing you, Ryan. Um, what's a common question that they get? Um, with
How
this
do I come up
NFT?
with my assignment fee?
How do I come up with my assignment fee? Great question.
That's a really
Yeah, yeah. How I feel like you should come up with your assignment fee is almost exactly kind of how, like, I was explaining. So whenever you're kind of negotiating, whenever it's a creative deal or even if it's a cash deal, if we go back and go, I'm not gonna do all that. But if even if it's a cash, even if it's a cash deal, but when it's a fix and flip, like I said before, you want to put yourself in the buy fix and flippers mindset. Like, how much return am I getting?
mm-hmm.
So if I'm buying it at this price and I go through all my, my resale costs, my holding costs, my renovation, my all that kind of stuff, and then I'm still profiting on the percentage I want to, then that's all I'm gonna buy it at the price that you sold it to me at. Whatever you make in between that, I don't care. Like, I don't care what it is. As long as I'm getting at a good price to make money. Same thing on the backside with a creative deal. When you're doing a buy and hold or anything like that, you want to just make sure that whatever buyer you're going to, and not every buyer is looking for cash flow.
Yep.
Like, not everybody's looking for cash flow. Some buyers are looking for depreciation. Some are
Yep.
looking for appreciation. Some just want leverage and, like, just want, they don't care. Like, they're never gonna go negative. I'm gonna tell you that. Well, yeah, I don't know any of them go negative. No one's lose money. But, like, some of them will just break even. Like, they'll make $0 on a cash flow just to get appreciation or depreciation because they got to buy more properties before next year. So it
Mm-hmm.
happens all the time. So just find the right buyer that's looking for that type of deal, and then, at that point, just make the interest rate kind of, make it. I say keep it at 12%. Keep it at 8 to 12% on the assignment fee. You just try to, leverage, pull in on the cash to seller, or pull in on the renovation maybe, or wherever you can kind of put more money in your pocket. Um, it'll be best if you just structure the deal yourself. If you don't, then you're gonna have to take a pay cut. To be real,
A
if you don't structure
major
it,
pay cut.
you're gonna have to pick a yeah, you're gonna take a pay cut. Like, I'm talking about, like, being realistic. You probably gonna get like 1,000, maybe 2,000, maybe
Mm-hmm.
maybe 3,000. Maybe that's a big maybe. that's a big maybe, but like probably 1 to 2,000. But the thing is, you get to learn how to do it. So
Yep.
that's priceless.
I freaking love it, bro. I
That's
love
priceless.
it. I love that was so many gems that you just gave out. A
Yeah.
lot.
But no,
Yeah.
that's a lot of stuff I wish I knew whenever I first started too, because I had to have someone sit me down and break that down to me, like go over the whole war chest, go
Yeah.
over the whole, And the thing is, luckily for me at that time, that buyer wasn't looking for cash flow. He didn't care about that. He was trying to write off taxes because he did so many flips and he was making so much money from them. He was like, "Hey, I'm gonna have to pay taxes on this at the end of the year, so I gotta buy something. I don't care if it cash flows. I just need to write it off for my depreciation."
Yep. My
It
guy,
cash 2%. 2%
my
or
guy,
2%.
Zach Shelley. He's in that position right now.
Yeah,
So,
he definitely needed.
so I'm about to wholesale him some creative deals, and I don't like wholesaling creative deals, bro. If they're making 20 to 30% cash on cash return, I'm buying. But because Zach needs, he desperately
Yes, he
needs
got W-2, so he
appreciation.
can't.
Yep.
Yeah, he got W-2
Yep.
money.
Yep. So we need to wholesale him some creative deals.
Oh, say no more. I got you. I got some. Thing is, yeah, I might do it on this one. Actually,
Yeah.
I might do it on this one. I don't know. This one might be a good. This might be too much. I don't know. I'll think about it. But yeah, no. So yeah, exactly. Perfect situation. Buyers, they just need to buy properties to offset their W-2 income. That's a
Hmm.
perfect situation. Which we need to get him on the podcast.
Yeah.
Probably next week if we can. If we can get this weekend, that'd be dope.
Yeah, that would be.
I know he's a busy person, so we'll
Speaking
see.
of this weekend, Damon, are we able to go live for
Yes,
this weekend's meetup?
yes, absolutely. And I
Okay.
already got the text. So that if you guys follow that Facebook banner that's going across, I don't know how you guys can do that, but I got it going across there.
I
I
like
don't know if
that.
you can click, paste it, just write it down real quick. That is to the Facebook group that Jabs hosts every first Sunday of the month.
Saturday.
They're doing deals in DFW, straight facts. Like they're actually doing deals. Like they call agents, call sellers, they underwrite deals. They sell deals, wholesale deals, make contacts. It's not even really much of a networking. It's more of like you just do go there that be accountable, like doing deals, doing your work,
Yeah.
and keeping each other accountable. So if you're in the where's it at this time? You want, yeah, go ahead.
It's going to be in Fort Worth at Community National Title Company.
Okay.
So we'll be between we'll it's going to start at 11 in the morning and then we'll end it around 2. Sometimes it ends at 3 because we're just in the middle of like either doing a deal or locking up a seller or maybe we're trying to raise some more money or something like
I
that.
be not wanting to leave. I don't want to leave sometimes. I'd be like, hey, can we just stay here and just do this? Like, can we just do more deals? Can we just call agents all day? Can we just underwrite all day? I be not wanting to
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah.
Uh, and it really be to that point where we be staying over the times. I know it's like till 1, but we be
Yeah.
there till like 3,
Yep.
and longer. They be telling us that we have to leave.
So we're
Uh,
gonna we're gonna switch it up a bit so that we don't go over time.
yeah,
So when we do the introductions, it won't be everybody introducing themselves. It'll be like the
yeah,
completely new people because each time we do that
it gets
is
bigger.
oh my goodness, especially when it's 50 people or more, and we say, hey, give us your name and let us know what your superpower is. It starts from one person that's telling us their whole story to everybody giving us their story, and
Yeah.
that's like a whole
Once you
hour.
halfway in, you gotta finish. You
Yep,
can't skip
yep,
nobody.
exactly. So
Oh man, I be skipping myself.
we literally just had a meeting about that today. We said, hey guys, like we love the intros. I had somebody come to me and they said, look, I'm only here, bro, because I want to do deals. Like I love everybody, but is it okay if y'all can cut down the or remove the intros? And I was like, dang. Okay, you know what? If you're thinking that, then someone else is thinking that it
Oh,
is. Somebody
100%.
else probably is, and that will save us a lot of time. So,
Yeah,
but
you
yeah,
guys are
y'all,
getting big. You guys are definitely getting big, and where y'all can't really do that no more. Like that was cool like the first 2, 3 times because it was a smaller crowd, but like now, y'all
yes,
like you said 50s, 60s, yeah.
yeah. I agree
That's
with
what's
you.
up. But no, yeah, come there with pen and paper. Come there like with leads. Bring leads. Bring your laptop. Bring leads.
Please bring your
Bring all
laptop.
of that because you have people that are gonna close it. You got people that are gonna to call your leads for you. You got
Yeah.
people that can underwrite your leads for you. Like if you need help with any of that, bring it to the table or come on a live. This will be on live. Bring your deals there. We'll still do the same thing if you can't be that person.
Yep. I freaking love it, bro.
That'd be awesome.
Is there
Uh,
anything else you wanted to go? Did anybody have any questions? Like we went over the entry fee, we went over how to approach invest people. Let
I'll
me
give you. I'll
let's
give.
since we're
Yeah,
talking about this right now.
yeah.
Go ahead, Damien.
Oh no. I was gonna say I'll give you this. Whenever you're going to a networking event, one of the first things that I feel like that you should say to somebody is like, "What do you have? What can I help with? Like, why have we ain't done the deals together yet? Like, what do you have? What can I help with?" Like that's
Mm-hmm.
honestly wild. Like
Mm-hmm.
if somebody just approached me, it's like I said, I'm clear to the cut. Like just tell me what's up. Like I don't mind meeting and greeting you. Like that's cool. But like I am so much intrigued that if you just say like, what do you got? What do you need? And I'm just hey, we just talking and we just boom 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 number cool.
Hey,
On to the next thing.
that's the dream right there. That is the dream. But
Yeah.
realistically, hey Damien, my name is Jabs. I would like to connect.
That's it. Now your turn to talk.
Bro,
I'm
like
like, bro.
I get it. The only reason why it's funny to me is because I was that person too. Like,
Oh yeah.
so I see it often, and
I was
sometimes
shy. I didn't talk.
I can't even get to the messages. But guys, like, I want to just throw it out there, let everybody know if you are trying to connect with someone, let them know what you need help with and how you can help them, even if you're brand new. Hey, I'm brand new. Money, I don't have good credit. I don't have all of this glamorous stuff, but I am a go-getter. I can hustle. I can do any calls if you want me to. If you can show me or train me, I'll make the calls for you. I'll do any type of marketing. I'll put some money up for systems, but I really need help getting my first deal. And I want to be boots on ground for you. I want to hell go work for them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They may
Yes, I
need you on
do.
their team.
Yes,
I've
I do.
I've literally had someone reach out and was like, "Hey, I'm just looking for guidance." I'm like she told me exactly what she's looking for, like straight to the point, which I love that. I just need some guidance. I don't need nobody holding my hand. I just need some guidance. I can work. I can do all of this stuff, and I'm like, all right, come on. Let me show you let me show you how we do it.
Yeah.
And now she's on the team, man. And shout out to her. She knows who I'm talking about. But
No,
uh,
and that's exactly what it needs to be like. It needs to be just to a point where it's just like, hey, and be vulnerable to a point. Like, don't try to act like you're at a point where like you think you know what you're trying to do or you know what you're, man. If you really don't have a clue what you're doing, just say that and like let me work on that. Like that's what we're here to do. Like if you need something specifically that you need helping on, don't act like you know what you're doing. And then like whenever you're doing something, and just because you don't want to be wrong at something, and you don't tell me like that I'm struggling with this, like that's just hurting yourself at the end of the
yeah,
day. So be
yeah,
upfront, be honest, be vulnerable. Like that's I mean, if you're gonna ask for help, then actually get the help that you like actually need. Don't just try to get the help that you think you need.
bro. You made a valid point. You know what helped me close deals?
What's that?
Being vulnerable, bro.
I wasn't. That's why I know I should have done it the first time.
That is what helped me close deals. Being vulnerable. I think that's my sauce.
Yeah.
Being vulnerable, just showing people like, look, I'm very genuine and I'm being vulnerable right now. I'm giving you what I got.
Hmm.
So here, take it. Take me as I am. You know what I'm saying? Here is what I'm genuinely trying to do.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, I don't know. This is what I need help with, or hey, I don't know what will work for you. I don't know what will work for me. Even when I was new, I would tell people straight up, like, hey, I'm new to this stuff, but I do know that I have a lot of buyers that would be potentially interested in buying this house, but only at a certain price, that'll work for everybody. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh, yeah, I had a couple other people. They sounded like they were new, but I'm glad you were being honest and upfront. Um, so tell me, how can you help me? How can you help me sell my house? Boom, right in the door. Now I'm in the door with them. So they know I'm not buying the house. I ain't got the money to buy it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? that helped me even without me knowing how to close people. Like I would just be vulnerable, bro. I'm glad you brought that up. Like
Yeah.
I love that.
And if there's anybody else out there like me, like I'm the type of person where I hate asking for help. I hate being in
Yeah.
an environment where I feel like I'm the person that don't know anything. I used to be that way all the time where I feel like I have to know everything, and I'm not gonna let anybody know that what I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to a point where like I was really just hurting myself because I never would ask anybody like how did I get to that point. And then I ended up getting jealous when I saw somebody else do it because they just simply asked a question because they didn't know, and they got further ahead than I did because all they did was start asking questions. And me being myself, not wanting to ask anybody like, oh, I can figure out my own. Oh, I got YouTube. I can do all this myself. Man, that's not gonna work. Well, it's not gonna get you far. Like you're gonna be moving really slow. And I did for like a long time until I opened up. I was like, hey man, I don't need how to do this. And once I did that, like they just start unloading everything on me. And I was like, okay, well, let me just keep asking more questions. Let me just keep doing that. So
Mm-hmm.
horrible with it, man. It's definitely gonna pay off for you. So anybody out there like that, like me, they understand what I mean.
Yeah, 100%, bro. I love
Cool,
it.
man.
Do we have any questions? Like anybody got any creative financing questions or entry fee questions or how do I approach people? Like I want y'all to drop some questions in the chat. I
I got a
feel
question for you. How
good.
so if a seller has like a high cat like wants a high down payment, what's some ways that I can kind of get that lower because my entry fee is like 85 because the seller wants 50K. So
Let,
like how am I gonna get that how am I gonna get that seller cost down?
got
With
it.
some skills? Some
Damien, let me
skills.
ask you this. Do you know what that 50K is going towards?
They said they said they want a new house. So
They want to
they want to put that towards our new house and when they pay down the mortgage a lot.
Okay. So Damien, if I were to give you this 50K, not saying that I am, but if I were to give you this 50K, would you be okay with holding the mortgage for, 20 years?
If you can give me that 50K, I can. You said how long?
20 years.
20 years. I can do 10.
Yeah. The thing is that I mean, here's the thing, Damien. I'm not saying that we don't have the cash. I just don't think it would be a wise decision for us to deploy $50,000 into one deal when I can buy probably 12 or 15 deals with this same $50,000. I have sellers and owners that's only asking $5,000 up front, and you're asking 50, which it's not. I'm not saying that it's not doable, but if we give you this 50, are you willing to give me in return 20 years with your name being on the mortgage?
Yeah, I mean, if that needs to be done to kind of get the 50, then I can work that out.
Okay, perfect. So, um, now as bad as I want to do this $50,000, I would have to probably discount it and maybe do something to where we give you $30,000 up front and then we finance the other $20,000 over a certain amount of time. The reason is because not only am I paying you $50,000, but I'm also covering closing costs, and I know there's a little bit of rehab in there that we got to do. I'm putting some funds back, just in case the property stays vacant. I know this has nothing to do with you, but I'm just trying to get you to see my perspective. But if you're willing to take 30 now, and then I give you the other $20,000 over time, I would love to do this deal, and maybe we can come down from 20 to 10 years. All I'm doing, bro, is if I'm giving you something, you got to give me something in return.
Exactly. Give and take, man. Play the give and take game.
You got to give me
Play the give
something in
and take
return.
game hard. You can play with like you played with the balloon years. You can play with the interest a little bit if you want to. You can play with all this stuff you're talking about. Yeah, that's honestly
Mm-hmm.
perfect.
So
You
I
can play
would
with a
just,
lot of things like give and take. It's like it's a game at that point.
yeah,
Like once you
it
talk
is.
in numbers, it's just a game. Like whatever the numbers make fit, it's a puzzle. You got to figure out which ones make sense for you and the seller.
Yep. So and
And
that's
handling the conversation the way it is because it's really just smooth. Like once you like figure out like once you get them on the ropes as far as like able to
yeah.
do something creative, it's really just figuring the numbers from that point. Just
Yep.
having a conversation, figuring out numbers. So
Oh, Ryan,
it's
Ryan
chill.
asked a good question. He
Yeah,
said,
yeah. Let me put it up there.
Are your creative deals mostly off market leads? 100%. Now,
Oh, yeah, they're total opposites.
I will say that I have had, I would say, 4 deals that came from agents. I've closed. Actually, they were agents and wholesalers. Like there was a wholesaler that referred the agent to me.
Mhm.
The wholesaler got paid 5,000. The agent got paid 13,000. Don't remind me of that deal, but uh, yeah. But yes, most of my deals, most of my creative deals are off market. We are going into the on market deals because here's why. One, we like seeing deals that's like been out there for like 90 to 120 days or longer. And they're still on the market. Obviously, the seller, they're raising their hand and saying, "Hey, I want to sell. I want to sell. Somebody come make me an offer. Like I want to sell my house. Please make me an offer." So what we do is we talk to that agent and we let them know, "Hey, we can buy your house. We can offer you cash, but it wouldn't make sense not in this market. So the only way we can do this if we pay your commission because we got to talk their talk. We pay your commission. We cover closing, all of this extra stuff, but your seller has to give us terms." No, I talk to a lot of you sub two students with Pace Morby. I don't want to. No, we don't. We're not interested in terms. How do you know your seller isn't interested in terms? Is that something that you're just assuming, or did you actually try and make maybe making a presentation to them? No, I know they won't accept terms. No, I know for sure they won't accept terms. Got it. What causes you to think that
Mhm.
the homeowner that's actually in need of selling their home right now is not wanting to sell on terms?
And that's where you catch them right there with that question, because you'll either get a lie, and the lie will
Mhm.
be, "Well, I just know," or "Well, like they just told me no."
Yeah.
Oh, that's not the answer. If it's a really a no that they said, they'll actually explain to you what's the real reason no. And
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times, like sometimes it is like it's a divorce, or it's something that it makes sense that they'll say no, but they just tell you no because of no.
Yep.
They're lying, hundred
Yep.
percent from an agent.
Karen,
Agent,
there she is. She's back.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm eating a burger.
Good. It's good to see how you all reverse engineer deals. This could help a lot of people to pursue deals and help more people when they otherwise may have walked away thinking that it's not a deal. Exactly. That's the whole thing. Um, and a lot of times we always try to tell people, well, until the market kind of shifted, we would always say, hey, go cash first, because we want to beat them
Mm-hmm.
down with cash offers. And
Yep.
then nowadays, like what Jazz was saying, when house has been on the market like 90 to 120 days, they already been beaten down with cash offers. So that job, part of our job's already done. Now I'm going in like being the problem solver. Like that's why I like I'm the problem solver. Like I see that you haven't got the cash offer he's looking for. Like what other options are there? Like let's talk about it. And that's
Mm-hmm.
really how I talk to agents. That's really how I talk to them. I'm like, hey, I know it's been on the market. Like nowadays, that's really I'm just like, hey, it's been on the market. You're not taking no cash offers. Like what's up? And like what options can we do? Like have you visited the options that we can probably get this taken down? And at that point, they just open it up nowadays. They just tell me what it is.
Bro, I freaking love that, dude. I love it because I'm the complete opposite. So all my agents, I'm about to start sending them to you. I am about to start sending all these agents to you. I have someone that's actually reaching out to agents. Nicole, that's my girl right there, man.
Oh, is that the gardener that came up here?
Yeah, yeah, that's her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she reached out to me, I believe. Yeah,
yep, yep. So
yeah.
I told her, I said, look, Damien is like the agent outreach king. They shouldn't have made agent outreach because Damien's taking over.
I
So
slowed down for a minute, like for like a month, but like
yeah,
now I'm back on it. Like now I'm back on it because I was trying to do something else, but I'm definitely back on it now, and it feels like I'm glad I'm back.
I love it, man. I
I'm glad
freaking
I'm back. John, or I keep saying I want to like change his name, John,
Sean,
Sean. um Send me that lead, and with an agent, really cool dude, just broke it. And he was like, hey, let me just be transparent with you, because you be transparent with me. This and this and this, mortgages, this and this and this. Hey, let's see what we can do. I'm just trying to get this done with. That's where they're at nowadays.
wow,
That's where they're at nowadays. They're just trying to like, hey, get in, get out, and get paid.
wow, bro.
And Sean is a cool dude, and he just trying to learn and get them get. He's a go giver. Like
Say that part one more time. Sean is a cool dude, and
he's just a go giver.
he's trying to learn. You said,
He's trying to learn, and he's just getting paid, and also trying to learn at the same time. So,
bro,
um,
bro. I love that. That's what this podcast and YouTube channel is for, bro. Like this is
Yes.
what today's topic is about. He's leading with value first. Hey,
Yes,
Damien, I have a lead. Can you help me? I need help structuring this deal. But I have a lead that I'm giving to you. I'm bringing you something and I'm asking for something as well. I'm not just coming with my hand out asking, hey, can you give me? And I don't give you anything. Damien can't feed his family just loving on Sean. Sean,
Yeah.
we love you, bro. But
No,
Damien
definitely.
cannot feed his wife, his daughter, just from loving on Sean. He can't do that. Hey, Sean, if there is a way that you can make this beneficial for both of us, let's work out a deal. Now, there are times where maybe Damien is busy and he's like, hey, I can just connect you with someone else and just maybe in the future throw me another deal that got like a big spread in there. You know what I'm saying? Look out for me later on. There's times where I did that before. Like, hey, look, I'm really, really busy. Otherwise, I would have helped you, but let me just connect you. My guy Dan right now, Dan Bernardo, he's on here. What's up, bro? Glad you on here, man. That's one of my guys, man. He's a good closer. So I'm gonna use Dan for an example. Let's just pretend like Dan has great credit. This lady needs a credit partner. She's saying, hey, Jabs, you know, my credit, it stinks right now. And I need to refinance one of my properties. You know, I only have a 605. And the people that I've talked to, they said I have to have a 620 or they just won't refinance my property. Can you help me out? Hey, listen, ma'am, I'm really, really busy right now, but I don't want to leave you hanging. Here's what I'll do. I'll connect you with my credit partner, Dan. Dan has lovely credit. He has a lot of money. He's a great guy. I want to connect you guys. You don't have to pay me anything up front for connection, y'all. Just look out for me on the back end. Help me out a bit in the loan call. Maybe like a deal or two from now, or maybe 3 deals from now, or 4 years from now. It doesn't matter. Pay it forward. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right now, I'm just extremely busy where I cannot help this lady, but I can connect you. You know what I'm saying? Like I should have helped her. If I had the credit, I would, but I can't because I'm busy. So I'm going to connect her. I'm going to bring her value. I'm going to bring her the value that she's bringing. She brought value to me. Hey, I have a crib. I need to refinance this. That could have been something that I'm just using this as a hypothetical, but I could have went in there and refinanced that property and told her, hey, why don't you give me like 10% of this deal? I'll refinance this property. You give me the property. You bring the opportunity. I'll refinance it for you, but you give me 10% of this deal.
Mm-hmm.
That way, she's getting value and I'm getting value. I have to feed my family. She has to feed her family. That's why she's doing a refinance. And so I'm going to connect her and Dan. What's up, Dan? But I'm going to connect her and Dan, and I'm bringing value. You know what I'm saying? But
and don't let that go over y'all's head, because what Jab just said was like another low key gem. That like he talking about leveraging your credit. But say you ain't got no money, saying you ain't got no thing, but you got good credit. Like, hey, use my credit. Like, just pay me some. Man, I'm talking about real estate. Got too many ways you can like play with it. Like, if you got good credit, like just from doing stuff before, like I just pay my bills on time. Like that's one reason I have good credit. Use that in real estate. Say, hey, let me like sponsor your loan. You just pay me just for sponsoring your loan. Man, come on now.
Ooh,
Don't let it go over your head with that.
I love it.
Like that could be a whole business. I'm still looking for Karen. That's my fault because I said I was gonna send you that and I did not. And you sent me your email too.
Is she looking for a creative deal spreadsheet?
I think so. Yeah.
I can send her one. Do you have me on Instagram, Karen? If you do, send me like a DM and say, "Hey, I need a spreadsheet ASAP," and
that's my fault.
I'll email you one.
That's definitely my fault. Let me see. We got one. When you get a down payment from an end buyer to a sub two deal, how are you splitting that between the seller and the assignment fee? Isn't the buyer expected to fund funds to apply to the balance? Go ahead, Jeff. You got that question?
I'm gonna reread that really quick so I can have a really good understanding. So, when you get a down payment from an end buyer to a sub two deal, how are you splitting that between the seller and assignment fee? Isn't the buyer expecting the funds to be applied to the balance? Really good question. Now I have a really good understanding.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the entry fee really, really quick. Um, oh man, can y'all still hear me? Oh, perfect. Okay, so in here in this entry fee, you should let your end buyer know exactly what the entry fee is, so that he know what is being applied to that the balance, right? So let's pretend like the cash to seller is, let's just say $15,000. Okay, and the assignment fee is maybe $7,000. All right, and the purchase price of the home is $200,000. So we'll probably just put that somewhere.
Yeah, I'll put it right
But
here.
where I'm getting at is that
Oh my
that
goodness.
$7,000 that does not get included in the purchase price. That's like a separate fee. So you're basically, they're assigning over this deal to you. They're assigning these terms that they created with the seller. Rick, you probably know this, but I'm just talking to everybody else. But $200,000 minus 15,000, what does that leave us with? And as I'm asking that, I'm actually writing it down. So
That's like I think it was at mine. You said mine is 22 minus
15,000,
200,000. So like
200,000 minus
78,
15,
178 or something like that.
185. So that means our balance would be $185,000. That down payment is applied to the balance of the purchase price. That assignment fee. Now we've been having like disputes about this, about is the assignment fee included in the total purchase price? But you set up the terms where you're getting. I'm sorry, the wholesaler set up the terms where that $7,000 is a separate fee that is not included in the purchase price. That is like a separate fee. Whenever we create these terms with the sellers, we're giving them $15,000, and that 15 is being taken away from that 200 grand. So 200,000 minus the 15,000, that leaves us with 185. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah. And so I'm feeling like because he's okay saying a sub two deal, so it's a creative deal, right? So yeah, I mean any money that the end buyer is bringing down to the table, any money that they're bringing to the table, what they need to be bringing to the table is that whole entry fee. So whatever that $22,000 or whatever that whole amount of money it is that we end up calculating, for the whole entry fee, that's how much the end buyer needs to bring to the table, and that's going to include the down payment. That's going to include the money that's paid to the seller, the agent, the whoever is inside that whole entry fee.
Mm-hmm.
And so whatever is going to be applied on a sub two deal, technically, if it's a sub two deal, the loan balance is going to stay in place. So the entry fee is not going towards towards that purchase price. It's just saying that this is the whole number that they're going to put towards that deal.
So he said, in particular, I'm speaking of that recent deal you did, Jabs. Okay, which one are you talking about? We closed two
He be doing deals, bro.
this
You
week
gotta be
or
specific.
last week.
Doing deals, DFW.
That's funny. It's so yeah. I wonder which deal in particular you're talking about, because we had an El Paso deal. Yes, the end buyer does know it's not being applied to the loan balance.
Okay.
They know that up front.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's a really good question. So, yeah. So, yeah, the creator buyer should know that ahead of time. Um, if they're, yeah, they should know that. If they don't, then they just should know that. But yeah, I mean, unless it's a hybrid deal, and that's when it's like part sub two, part seller financing, and then at
Mm-hmm.
that point, they'll apply some of that down payment or entry fee into their hybrid seller financing portion of that seller's note or whatever. Yeah, I think that was the El Paso deal. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Bet. Cool. Really good question, man.
Yeah.
Really good
So
question.
with the El Paso deal, um, so our what was our purchase price? I think it was
It was like
honestly
289.
the mortgage balance was 236.
Oh,
Um, damn it, the mortgage balance was 236. We gave the seller 24,000. The wholesaler made 8,500, but we already knew what our mortgage balance was and what we were giving to the seller, which was the purchase price. The
Yeah.
wholesale fee, that was just like a separate fee. It's like it's just he created those terms for us, and he just assigned it over to us and said,
Mhm.
hey, I packaged this deal together. Here's the terms. Here's the deal. I'm offloading all of this to you. My my assignment fee is not included in this purchase price. That's just a separate fee from this deal.
Yeah.
Rick, that kind of answered it. I know me and Munif, we had a quick discussion about this on one of his Zooms because everybody was confused about purchase price, like especially with sub twos and hybrids. Like, do we add the assignment fee and closing costs and holding costs
Nah,
and all?
but it's like yeah, it's just the purchase price. It stays the same.
Yeah,
And I think that's why like it's like I feel like there's a reason why it's titled the entry fee. It's like I don't know. I don't know that maybe it's just me, but like I feel like when I say entry fee, that's just how money I need to get into this deal. Like it doesn't mean that's the price of the deal.
yep, love it, man. Keep asking more questions, Rick. Who else got questions?
Let me see. Let me see if I can think of another question. I don't know. Yes, sir. I was wonderful. What did he say? I was just wondering if the buyer is expecting that deposit to apply to the balance. Okay. Yeah.
Yep, yep.
Cool.
So if it's a sub two deal and the seller is saying that their mortgage balance is 236 and they say, hey, if it's a straight sub two deal, I want you to give me $23,000 to take over my loan. Well, I'm giving 23,000 to the seller, but that 236 remains the same. It doesn't go anywhere because that's the balance that's left on their mortgage.
Hmm.
So that number stays the same. That doesn't go anywhere.
That's facts. I'm excited, man. I think that a lot of people are gonna be more open to like bringing deals that actually have entry fees in them now. That
Huh?
especially like at times now, like this creative financing thing is not going to just be for like this year type of thing. It's probably
Yeah.
going to be like the move for like the next 3 years, 3 to 5 years maybe. Like this is not going to wait anytime soon. Like interest rates are still going. Like I think things are still correcting. I don't think it's going to be per se a recession. Wait, Mama, can you turn back on that light or turn that light on for me? Just forget it. It's okay.
We can still
Oh,
see you, bro.
yeah, she
Now, if
can.
it was my color, you might not be able to see.
Oh yeah. No, she couldn't reach the light, so I'm like, just forget about it. But no, I think it's just a really good time. So understanding this now, understand the concept of what to bring to the table, especially creative deals, um, and questions like that, that really helps a lot of people out. So that's really cool.
Love it,
I don't
man.
think if there's any questions I get a
All
lot.
right. I guess we got
Um,
15 minutes.
yeah, I don't know any more questions. Okay, what if a seller
Tell me.
says, if a seller says, or agent or whoever the case is, well, I know you were talking about like I don't want to like write me something down. I don't want to know offer. Like, what kind of terms are you coming up to? You say I don't ever want to put up terms. What is like the way you kind of negate that personally? Is saying like, well, I'm talking to a seller. I'm the seller right now. Like, well, no, what do you have to offer? Like, what's the terms?
Oh, that's a good question, man. I would love to present some terms to you. The thing is David, how much do you owe on this mortgage?
I owe 230.
230. Okay. What's your PITI on the 230?
1322.
1322. That's everything, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it. And what did you need up front? You didn't. I don't think we talked about that. Like, if I would,
Um.
give you some cash right now to walk away from the property, like, what was that number that you needed?
Well, I mean, I'm leaving that up to you. I mean, like, how much can you give?
That's a good question, man. I normally don't even throw out numbers just because it doesn't help. It wouldn't help my situation or yours. My number is always the same, and if I kind of come in and I don't want to offend you with just throwing out random numbers, but just try to. I say let's do this, man. You may not have the answer today. Let's circle back on this conversation maybe Friday. I want you to give it some thought, see what you need. Calculate your bills, maybe your card note, credit card, or something like that. Kind of figure out what do you guys need. Not sure if you're going to put the funds into another home or if you're looking to just pay off bills, but just kind of come up with that number so that we can kind of figure that part out. But again, I don't make offers because I don't want to come in here and just try to, steal your home. That's what a lot of people say I like to do, which I don't. But I don't want to steal your home. I want to make this a win-win for you and for myself. So I say, if you don't have the answer today, let's just circle back around maybe on Friday and let's just kind of come up with that number together. But I just, again, Damien, I don't want to make any low offers or anything like that. I want to make it a win-win for both of us.
I love that. I love it.
I'm not going to number, bro.
Always put the ball in their court, 100%. I'm like, hey, you're the I was like, hey, you're at this point, like, if you're gonna finance me or whatever the case is, like, it's the bank of Carter. It's the Carter bank. Like, I can't go to like Wells Fargo and tell them, like, I want this loan for this price, and like they're gonna laugh at me. So like, you're the bank right now, so tell me what you want. Like, that's, I mean, I don't say it like that, but like that's kind of mentality I have. Like when I'm talking to you. Let's see what Kieran's talking about. What are your experiences in working with other investors like flippers who are growing in properties but still wanting to offer or often need cash because of hard money loans?
Oh, good question. I'm gonna read it again. So, what are your experiences in working with other investors like flippers who are growing in properties but still wanting and often needing cash because of hard money loans? That's a really good question, Karen, and I understand exactly what you're asking. So here's what I negotiated with a Georgia seller. They had a hard money loan because they were flipping the property. Essentially, they had it on the market, and it's been like over 4 months, right? So I know what you meant.
Yeah.
So they had actually a wholesaler brought it to me. He brought me the deal. And I looked and I said, hey, bro, how much does this seller owe? He was like, oh, the seller owe X amount. And I'm like, and he's asking this much? I said, bro, that's clearly a creative deal. And he was like, yeah, but he's not open to creative. And I said, look, stop right there. First things first, you probably didn't negotiate this right, or you may not have explained this correctly. But if he's not open to terms, why don't you do this? Tell him to do a cash out refinance. I want him to go in there and refinance that house. Well, why are you telling him to do that, Jabs? Because I want to get into this deal with $0 down to the seller. That's why. Straight up.
Yeah.
So have that seller, whatever he's trying to sell it for, I'm pretty sure that the property is now worth more than the appraisal amount, but have him do like a 75% loan to value cash out refinance so that you can come in and take over his new loan. Now, because of the interest rates are high, you may get into a trash loan, but your entry fee is a lot lower than if you were to come in and try to offer him cash or try to structure terms and he have a hard money loan on there. We don't take over hard money loans.
Yep. That's one of the 3 or 2 that you just can't do. I know it's hard money loans, private money lenders, and reverse mortgages.
Yep. So I would have that flipper do a cash out refinance and take over that new loan. $0 down to the seller.
While we're on that topic, real quick, I do have a question. This is a little personal to me too. Mm-hmm. With flippers transitioning, because like their home's been on the market for about 4 months, and they thought it was gonna be a quick flip. Somebody bought it, but it didn't buy it. So now they're having to pivot. A lot of flippers are pivoting to turning into rentals, right? So they're trying to get a refinance out to, get a mortgage on it basically. And that way they can have renters in it. Right.
Right.
But I know that a lot of flippers are also getting to the point where they're having to go through a seasoning period before they get their refinance. Now, is that for every lender, or is that like
Oh,
you can find lenders that do that, or
yeah. So I actually do have a lender who
I keep?
doesn't require a seasoning period. Lend more capital.
Oh, bet, Matt. I
Yeah.
just called him.
Yep. Yep.
Bet.
So
Yeah, I was just asking him about that today. So perfect.
you can go right to lend more capital. They don't require a seasoning period. Now they may hit you with a higher interest rate. Now I'm not gonna lie. It's a kind of a
That might be okay.
give and take thing, but they don't require or if they do require a seasoning period for some lenders, they'll probably say, well, hey, if you owned it at least 3 months, then we'll go ahead and do a refinance. But with these guys, there's no seasoning
I think
required.
that's what he told me though. I think he said I need 90 days.
You need it 90 days.
I think that's what he told me.
Okay, they must have just updated that. Like they probably
I'm
just
gonna give me the jazz special.
yeah. Yeah. Mention my name and let them know. And if they do say like you need to own it for at least 90 days, go to another lender.
Yeah.
Go to a lender who doesn't require seasoning.
Bet.
So when one door closes, go to another one. Go through another door.
Yeah. 100%. And just in case people that don't know what seasoning means that you have to have had the. Yes, I'm okay, baby. Okay, thank you. No, I'm okay. Just checking on me. So what
Oh,
seasoning is basically is basically like you having the property for a certain period of time. So what they're not wanting you to do is they're not wanting you to fix and flip the property and then go get a refinance like a month later and get them out of the deal. They want you to have the property for typically usually it's like about 6 months is typically what they say. Some lenders may do a shorter like 3 months, but typically they want you to have that seasoning period in there to say that okay, they had this property, they were able to stabilize it for the monthly rent and not behind on anything like that. Um, the same thing like whenever you're applying for like a home, they want to see like you have that certain amount of money in your savings or in your account for like at least 3 months to show that it's seasoned, that it's actually sourced, is seasoned, and it's like not drug money and nothing like that.
mhm.
Yeah. So cool. That was really good. I like that question because I actually did have that question. I called Matthew today.
Yep.
Matthew School people.
Yeah, that's my guy, man. That is my guy.
Let me see. I know righteous asset. How could a seller get her most recent bank statement from one specific property if she has blanket loan? Um, I'm not too familiar with a blanket loan, but what I'm assuming a blanket loan is one big loan that covers a whole bunch of properties. It's like one big mortgage. Is that right? Do you?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
exactly what a blanket loan is. Do they have a servicing company that that shows that they're making payments on this loan?
If they do, what does that mean for them?
That's a good. I wish we can bring this person on here.
We can
Righteous
actually.
assets.
I can send them an invitation to hop on.
Yeah, I want to do a deep dive on this question
Let me see.
because there's a reason that you asked that.
All right. That was who was that? Oh, righteous asset. Righteous asset. If you want to click that link, it'll pop you in our backstage, and we'll go ahead and put you on. You ain't
Yeah.
got to share your screen either. You can do no screen.
Karen said trash loan with a question mark.
What is the track? Is that a thing?
I think we was talking about something earlier, and she said trash loan. Did
Track.
I say trash loan?
I don't. I don't think you did. I don't
Okay.
remember hearing that before.
All right. All right. I'm just making sure.
Let me see if she said anything.
Or maybe she's saying hard money loans are trash loans. I'm
Oh,
assuming.
maybe. I'm not disagreeing with you. Um, I came across a person who had said more than once cash. Looking at history of the property looks like a flipper. Don't know yet, but just asking the input of others. Okay. Wanted to see if
Yeah,
righteous
I wouldn't
righteous.
do I wouldn't do cash to like flippers. I wouldn't offer them cash at all. It wouldn't because they're
Yeah.
they're a flipper. They're gonna turn that. they're not even going to come back like in 30 days or 90 days or even a year.
Yeah.
Like, nah, just offer them a solution. Listen, I'm gonna be honest, we're both investors. I know what you want, and I'm gonna tell you what I want. I want
Yeah.
cash flow. I'm not here to try to fix and flip your property. I'm here to actually turn this into an asset. So here, why don't we do something like this? I'm gonna just get straight to the point. I don't know if you're open to it, but maybe we can circle back around on this convo. But if you would consider doing something like this, where how much cash did you put into this deal? I put in like $40,000 in total. Okay. And sorry about that, y'all.
No, you good.
And so, and you're thinking it's worth X amount. Well, why don't you do this? Why don't you just go to a lender? You can probably go to my lender and just pull that cash out and refi. Just do a refinance. Let me take over the new loan. Well, what's in it for you? Why would you want me to do that? Well, I'm here because I want to turn this property into a rental or a group home or a sober living facility or something like that where I can cash flow. I'm not here to come in here and fix and flip houses, especially not in this market.
Yeah.
So I'm basically I'm providing a solution for you.
Facts. 100% facts. Man, there's so many different ways you can like change out a property, especially. I thought you said, okay. I do remember you saying that. Then I think you were just describing the loan.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
because the interest rates are high right now. Yeah, the interest rates are very high. So, yes, you can still have the seller if you're actually trying to help this fix and flipper and they cannot sell their house.
Hmm.
You can still go in there and crunch some numbers and make it work to where, but you got to make sure that the numbers work for you. Do your due diligence first before you go and tell the seller, hey, why don't you just do a cash out refi? But you want to make sure that if you're pitching that you know what the interest rates are currently or where the current interest rates are right now, so that whenever they do the cash out refi, you know what your interest rate is. Once you know your interest rate, you can plug that into your numbers and make sure that whatever the rents are or whatever your exit strategy is, it will cover that monthly payment. Oh, I hope I explained that to where everybody can understand it.
Nah, I'm picking up what you're putting down, man.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
Nah, that was good. That was good. That was good. All right, man. I think that was the end of the questions. I don't think we got righteous asset on here. Um, but
It's all good, man. We don't bite. We don't bite. I promise.
no, what was our question again? Oh, the blanket statement remark. Um, but let's just say, for instance, that she did have a servicing, or she did not have a servicing company. Why would you suggest she have one?
You asking me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What was the question again?
No,
My
I'm
bad.
saying so. Say that she hopped on, and then she said that she didn't have a servicing company attached to it. Like, why would you suggest that she does have a servicing company?
Let me go back to that question right quick.
Let me see if I can pull it
How
back
could
up.
a seller get her most recent bank statement for one specific property if she has a blanket loan? I want to know, what does she need her most recent bank statement for? I mean, you can
Yeah.
just obviously go to the bank and get a statement. Go to your bank and get a bank statement. But what would she need that bank statement for? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, yeah,
'Cause
I
I have
actually wanted that.
questions.
Yeah, I would actually want that too because I guess it would be everything under one mortgage. I'm assuming, but I haven't I only dealt with one blanket statement. That's the only reason I kind of know what it means, and I
Mhm.
didn't even do anything with it. Except for learn what the terminology meant.
Are they
Uh,
looking for like a statement so that they can see what's the profits and losses on that one specific property? Um, like I just have questions now.
yeah, she
So
could be trying to maybe get about mortgage statement. Maybe she could be trying to get like some equity out of it, and maybe she needs like the profit and loss statement for it. I don't know. Uh,
it's 8:30. My alarm
yeah,
just went
30.
off.
It's on the time. All right, all right, all right.
Shower
We
with
got
the
a question.
kids.
Yeah. All right. Nah, I feel you. Lights out on my side too, so I feel you.
So Righteous Assets, if you don't mind hitting either me or Damien on Instagram and let us kind of help you out with that answer, and we'll also put it in the YouTube, like toward maybe at the end of this video or something like that in the description, so that we know like we got the answer, because we want to make sure we answer everybody's questions. Whenever y'all ask questions, that's what helps us out a lot. It keeps us on our toes, and we want to make sure we're providing a lot of value for everybody. But if you can, Righteous Assets, if you're still on here, DM me. It's Jabs_Carter84. I should be the first person to pop up as soon as you type in Jabs. And then Damien's Instagram name, it's not Investor Poppy. It's
I can't change that. Somebody stole it already.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I don't know who it is. It's somebody with like 2 followers. I'm like, bro, let me grab that from you.
What? Hold up. Okay. Or you can DM Damien.
Oh, mine's right here on the screen.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Boom.
Yeah, mine's on the screen. But yeah, or you can DM me about it. That's cool.
All right, y'all. It's we're a minute over. We will see y'all next.
See y'all Saturday.
Oh, all right. I'll see y'all Saturday.
See you Saturday live. Y'all pull up Saturday at 11 to 1, 11 to 1, maybe 3 Central Standard Time. Central Standard Time to see the live meetup as us doing deals in action.
Let's get it, man. And that's that Community National Title of Fort Worth, guys. I will see y'all next Tuesday. Y'all have a blessed one.
All right.